Hi, I'm Mary Rogers, and this is the Cuisinart GreenGourmet Hard Anodized Cookware Set. It comes with beautiful pieces, everything from a stock pot to a skillet to this pan, which I love because it's great for everyday cooking. One of the great things about GreenGourmet cookware is the coating on the interior of the pan. It's ceramic based. It also is made with no petroleum, so no PTFE or PFOA is used in the making of this coating. It's also great too because the handles, as you can see, they're beautifully brushed stainless. They're made from 70% reclaimed stainless steel. They're also riveted on. So you look how nice and sturdy that is. And the other thing that's really great too is you notice how nice and thick that this hard anodized is. So it's a nice thick pan. It has really great heating properties. So basically you get terrific heat distribution for this. The other great thing about these pans is that they can go under the broiler, unlike other types of coated cookware, which cannot. You also notice that the lids are beautifully brushed stainless and they coordinate with the handles of the cookware. They're also riveted on. They have a nice tight fit. I'm just going to put this here for a moment. And I want to show you the steamer insert, which fits right into this sauce pan. This is great for steaming dumplings, or the other thing that's great for too is you can be cooking something in the bottom and steaming something in the top. So if you're making something like rice, which is automatically going to make steam, you can put broccoli and shrimp in the top or something else that you prefer. It's also great too because you can take this right to the sink and drain your food using that. So if you want to use it for blanching string beans, like sometimes I like to make a nice string bean salad, you can steam your vegetables in there, bring it right to the sink and rinse them in cold water and stop the cooking process. So the other thing that's really nice about this cookware too is the handle is very sturdy, very firm, and it's also got a nice V shape here so it keeps the heat from coming up the handle. Remember, you always use an element never bigger than the bottom of your pan, no matter what size pan you're using. That's important because that helps your handle stay cool when you're cooking on top of the stove, because if you put it on too big of a burner, you're going to have heat radiate directly into the handle and then it will get hot. It's a beautiful set of cookware. It has a large assortment of pieces. It'll help you get all of your cooking done in your kitchen. There you have it, the Cuisinart GreenGourmet Hard Anodized Cookware Set. This is the Cuisinart Chef's Classic Non-Stick Hard Anodized Cookware. It has lots of great pieces, but it has some really standout features. First, I'm going to show you the skillet. The interior of the skillet has a non-stick cooking surface and it's called Quantanium. It is titanium reinforced, so it's very durable. And with this cookware, you can actually use metal utensils when you're cooking. The other thing about this is you'll notice the outside is gray and this is the hard anodized exterior. When this is manufactured, this hard anodized exterior is actually harder than stainless steel. You'll also notice here this is the cast handle. So it's solid, it's riveted on. You'll see here on the inside the rivets and then also on the outside right there. You'll also notice that this has a really nicely tapered handle, so it has a nice shape to it. It also has a nice valley here so that you can stick your thumb in there whenever you want to move your cookware from the stove to the cooktop or even the sink. This cookware can also go in the oven up to 500 degrees, so it's really, really versatile. Now I'm going to show you one of the pots. This is the stock pot. It's a nice generous size when you're doing anything from boiling pasta to making chili or even homemade soups. This is a great piece to have in your kitchen. It's also great for steaming corn or any type of artichokes or vegetables because it's nice and deep and a generous size. So first I'm just going to put this here for a moment. And I just want to show you how the handles actually flare out a little bit on the sides. And that's really nice because you get a really sturdy grip on your cookware and you also keep your fingers away from the hot pot. One thing that I forgot to mention to you is that the shape of these handles, and also I'm just going to pick this up and show you. The shape of this handle here, you'll notice is a little V. This aids in keeping the handle cool on the top of the stove when you're cooking, but always make sure that you use the right size heating element. Like for a pan like this, you should never go wider than the bottom of the actual pan, because if you do, heat will actually come directly up into the handle and it will get hot. So make sure you use the right size element when you're cooking in your kitchen. Hi, I'm Mary Rogers, and this is the Cuisinart MultiClad Pro 12-piece cookware set. It's a beautiful collection, basically all the things that you'll need to really get started cooking in the kitchen. I'll show you some of the pieces and then I'll talk about some of the features and benefits. This happens to be a really nice size saute pan. You notice it has a wide helper handle on the side and a nice thin profile on the stick handle here. It's also riveted on, as you can see, here, and also on the inside of the pan here. It's really easy to lift and carry, especially with the helper handle. When you have a full load of food in there, it makes it easy to lift and move around. The other thing I'd like to mention is that the inside here, you'll notice it's nice and shiny. It's polished stainless steel. And on the outside, you have a beautiful brushed finish. And on the rim here, you can see it's got a little mirror finish on the top for accent. The other thing about this is that even though it's stainless on the outside and stainless on the inside, its core is aluminum, which is really, really good at conducting heat. So what happens is you'll have great heat distribution from all the way down the side and the complete bottom of the pan. And that way you won't get any hot spots when you're cooking. The other thing here, you'll notice there's some lids. And you get 5 lids with this set. You'll notice it has a nice high arch. That's really good when lifting it off your piece of cookware so that you keep your knuckles away from the top if it's hot. The other thing is you'll notice it has a nice ridge here, and that helps with keeping it really tight on the pan. And that's great, especially if you're doing any kind of cooking where to keep the liquid and the moisture and the nutrients inside. So you get 2 skillets, a saute pan, and also 2 nice saucepans. This larger one actually accommodates a steamer insert, and this is your steamer insert. This is a really great piece. You just put it right here, and then you can put the lid on like so. And what happens is you put your water or broth or whatever you're using to steam your food in the bottom, and then you put your food in here, keep the lid on, and you can steam a really nice piece of fish or Brussels sprouts or any kind of vegetable that you like. So that's really, really handy and an extra nice piece. The other thing that you can do with this steamer insert, if you like, is if you're making a small batch of pasta, you can actually use this to drain ingredients too. I like to use it for that. And then, you know, a stock pot is great to have. You can use it for lots of things such as soups, chilies. You know, I like to use it to make spaghetti sauce myself, and it's a perfect size. It's large enough where you can make some for dinner tonight and have some to save for storage or for later on in the week. The other thing that I like about this cookware is the fact that it's very, very versatile. It can go from your refrigerator right to the stove and then to the table if you like. The other thing I like about it is it goes right into the dishwasher. It can be used to top brown and broil because it's not coated inside. And there you have it, the Cuisinart MultiClad Pro 12-piece cookware set. This is the Cuisinart Elements cookware set. It features a ceramic coating. You'll notice it's bright white, and it's great because it's non-porous. It also, even though this is white, it won't stain or discolor. The other thing you'll notice is a beautiful red color, so if you want to add a nice accent to your kitchen, this is a great way to do it. The handle is riveted on, you'll notice here, and that makes it really sturdy, easy to lift and move around. And then this is your silicone handle. And this is a nice soft grip. Even if your hands are a little moist or wet, when you grab onto this, you're going to get a nice tight grip. So when you're moving your cookware around, it's really easy to do. You notice here also there's a nice hole in the handle. So if you prefer to hang your cookware instead of stacking it in a cabinet or a drawer, that's a really great option. This cookware is able to go in the oven up to 350 degrees. So when you're cooking, that's great. The other thing too you'll notice is that this has a core of aluminum, so the actual core of this pan, not the inside or the outside, but the core part is aluminum, so that's great for heat conductivity. The other thing that's great about this cookware is I mentioned that the surface is ceramica, and with that it also doesn't have any PTFE or PFOA in the cooking surface. This is your lid. It's glass so that you can actually see through it when you're cooking, see how your food's progressing. It also is rimmed in stainless steel. It has a nice arched handle with a little silicone accent, so that's easy to lift and move around, has a nice tight fit, and that's important when you're going to be doing any steaming or any type of cooking method that you want to keep the moisture inside the pan so it doesn't escape. There you have it, the Cuisinart Elements cookware set. This is the Cuisinart Professional Series 11-piece cookware set. It helps you cook like a pro right in your own kitchen. It comes with a beautiful selection of products, lots of pieces, so you have lots of versatility, and also it allows you to do almost any cooking task in your kitchen. So let me show you some of the features of the product. This is the stainless handle. You can see here, it has a really nice shape, it's smooth. This piece also has what we call a helper handle, so larger pieces sometimes have this so that you can easily lift the product and take it to the stove or to the sink after you're done cooking for washing. So also here you'll notice these are the riveted spots where the handle is attached to the cookware, so it's nice and strong and sturdy. And I'm going to turn it over and show you the bottom. This is the high impact bonded bottom. It's bonded onto the product directly. It's really sturdy. It's also very super efficient at heating up and also distributes the heat very evenly. Has a beautiful polished exterior. It's all stainless inside. So that's one of the pieces. I'm going to show you a few of the other special pieces. This is a saucepan, and you'll notice when I open this up, right here, there's a little pour spout, and that's really great for when you're pouring out any kind of sauces or soups and you want to do it right into a serving piece or directly into dishware. The other nice thing about it is it has this glass lid, and you'll notice here there's holes on both sides, little ones and a little bit bigger ones. And when you put this into the pan and you leave it away from the spout, the pan, the lid is sealed very well. But if you actually want to drain something from the pan, you put the little holes towards the spout, and then you would just tip it over at the sink, and it makes things really easy to drain if you want to do that with it. So that's one of the special pieces. And then this is another one. This is a steamer insert. You can see on the bottom it has holes, so you can put water or broth or whatever your liquid is that you're going to be using to steam in the bottom of the pan, and then put your food item in the top, vegetables, you can even do fish. Put the lid on, and you create a little steamer. And the other nice thing about this is when you lift this up, you can take it apart. And what I like to do sometimes is you can then use this for like a colander. If you have something you want to separate from the water, you can just pour it over and drain it right in your sink if you prefer to do that. So like I mentioned, the lids are all glass. They're rimmed in stainless steel. The glass lids are oven safe up to 350. The cookware itself is oven safe up to 500. Like I said, it's a beautiful collection of products. You get a nice selection of pieces. It's a great starter set for your home kitchen, and it helps you cook like a pro.